some seeds in here. We be rising in the backyard garden. What's going on, beautiful people? It's another year, another summer of gardening. And if you guys haven't checked out my garden fresh recipes for holistic health and wellness, gut health, hormones, PCOS, skin issues, self-love, reducing stress, regulating your nervous system. I talk a lot about all these different body systems and how to get back into balance. So check out the new ebook. I'm going to look at having a hard copy coming out very soon. And I just want to say thank you to those who have already purchased the book. I really do appreciate it. And I ultimately wrote it to help you guys. So I hope you enjoy all the wonderful recipes and information. And thank you so much. Your support really does help me out. And your support really just goes back into helping you even more and giving you more content and ebooks. And so yeah, lots more to come. And so today's video, the garden this year. So let's just do a recap. So we went from 0 degrees Celsius, and normally we plant after May long, but with those super low temperatures, had to hold off on planting the seeds that were started indoors. So then it was a little bit behind, and then all of a sudden we had now weeks of plus 30, 35, sunny and hot. And then there was no rain. And then now we thankfully just got a few good downpours. So that's going to help all the seeds and all the plants. And if you guys haven't watched any of my shorts, this might be new for you to see. But as you can see, there's a number of trellises behind me because last year laid down the clover. So that is doing really well. It's come back. I'm hoping it's going to flower to bring in the pollinators. And so what you might have never seen before is the vertical growing. And so that's what we're going to be doing with the tomato plants this year on this huge trellis. So I'm going to bring you in and show you guys. And everything, all the seeds are in the ground now. So we got zucchinis, which are amazing producer, tomatoes, also amazing, and cucumbers, although the squirrels are getting the seeds, so I'm gonna have to think of something for that. And I was thinking about getting into composting as well. So I have so much going on. I was thinking about getting into composting because I know that your food really begins with the soil, which is the foundation. And so it was always in the back of my mind to get into composting, but I just never had the time. And then my wonderful neighbor offered her compost bin. So, and it's amazing. I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to show you the composting and what we're doing here and how to compost as well if you are interested. And by the way, if you don't have a garden, that's okay. And I talk about this in my ebook. What I'm trying to do is just introduce eating fresh, whole foods to you guys and just getting back to nature. So even if you don't have a garden, that's okay. It's just about starting to introduce these fresh, whole foods in your life, and also working on those body systems, right? And everybody's so uniquely different in terms of their genetic weaknesses and their health issues. So what works for one person may not work for another. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, check out berising.com. But let's get into the composting, and I'm going to take you for a tour of this trellis here to show you what we're doing. So as you can see, there's 2 trellises. So this trellis, which can go from it's about 12 feet high. So all of the different varieties of tomatoes are in the ground. So you can see the label here, beefsteak tomatoes. So essentially what's going to happen, and we got some beef tomatoes, we got sweetie tomatoes, we got cherry tomatoes. And so what's going to happen is as these tomatoes start to grow going to tie a string to them, and then we're going to utilize the vertical growing so that the tomatoes don't get lost in this beautiful clover here, which is what happened last year, if you guys remember that. And so we're going to be tying a string here and then growing them as high as they want. So looking at, could be 10 feet. So stay tuned, because there's it's going to be kind of exciting to see how tall these guys will get. So all these different tomatoes as well. And then on this trellis, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to do butternut squash on this side and then pumpkin on the other side. Last year I did spaghetti squash and I had so many and I still have some actually from last year. So taking a break from the spaghetti squash. And then I really have to watch out for these squirrels because they are getting into stealing these plants. But look how well the pumpkin is already doing here on this. So it's just going to grow up this trellis. And then also got into some garlic that the wonderful neighbors gave. And so garlic has so many medicinal properties. So this is my first time growing garlic, but I'm super excited. Got the Saskatoon tree there. And this rhubarb row is looking amazing. And that whole back fence there is going to be the grapevines, which have already started to take off. And then the zucchini. So lots and lots of zucchinis coming. And more space for zucchinis here as well, because had a whole chest freezer full of zucchini and they're all gone. Hey, look at this. The clover has just started to flower. Look at that. So that's gonna bring in the bees. Okay, so we're back here. This is the compost bin, which is so awesome. So thank you to the neighbor. This is fantastic, and it comes on wheels there. So just open this up, and what's really cool is then you just take out this pin here and then you can rotate the barrel. So it looks pretty self-explanatory. And then this is just all from the fruits and veg from the kitchen. So I got this big pot here, so you can kind of see what I've been eating this week. So avocados, onions, sweet potato, lemons, lots of fruits, veg, coffee grounds, and then some. So for some browns, we got the egg containers from cardboard. So from my research, I've just started getting into this, but you can definitely provide your expertise down below if you are into this, because I just started. So from what I gather, you actually want, for the greens, fruits and veg, you want about 1 pail of that to then, 2 pails, 2 or 3 pails of the browns. So that can be cardboard, as long as there's no, color or ink on the cardboard, because we're trying to get the best quality compost, right? And then you can also use branches and leaves as part of the browns. So I believe it's, 3 pails of the browns and then 1 pail of the greens, which is our fruits and veggies. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw this in here. Just giving this a spin now. Look at this. Mix everything up real nice. And then just put the pin back in. Where's the hole? There it is. All right. Sweet. Look at how beautiful these lilacs are. The smell is just unreal too. Oh my gosh. And this apple tree is doing really good. Super, super healthy. You might not have seen this before. This is a grafted apple. So there's 3 different varieties on here, which is going to help with the fruit yield, right? So then you don't need to have different varieties in your area. It's just all here. I find this super, super cool. I would also like a pear tree like this. It's just gonna takes up less space, because then you don't need that many different varieties of apples. and we're gonna get more fruit here. And the beautiful plum tree. So stay tuned for lots of videos, health information, and if you want to check out my ebook, Garden Fresh Recipes for Holistic Health and Wellness, check out berising.com, and there's lots of merch there too. All right, you guys, as always, be getting in some whole, healthy, fresh food, be getting in some nature, be getting in some sunshine, some fresh air. Try to relax, find some ways to release stress. Epsom salt baths, amazing. And doing something that you love. When you do that, we will all be